A pleasant good evening, pleasant good morning, a pleasant good afternoon, whichever apply to you in whichever part of the world you are located. Once again, it's my pleasure to stand before you and to bring to you another YouTube presentation. I, Imo Rameses Bakari, your psychologist and life coach from the magical community of Point Fortin in Trinidad and Tobago, located in the Southern Caribbean. It is my desire to inspire you to rise higher. It is my desire to inspire you to rise even higher. It is my desire to partner with you in 2025 to ensure that your goals become a reality. And it is my desire to continue producing inspirational YouTube videos. And these will be done through counseling, writing, motivating, public speaking, feature addresses, community advocacy, research, and any other platform that will effectively get the message across. So we also remind you that you can support our work through the various programs that we offer, the ongoing courses that we offer, the 10-week course in psychology entitled The Fundamentals of Psychology, costing $3,800, the 4-week course entitled The Fundamentals of Public Speaking, costing $1,200 for students and $1,800 for the general public, and the 4-week course entitled Mastering Emotional Intelligence, costing $1,800 for students and $2,500 for the general public. You can also contribute via the YPay and Patreon links. You can also contribute through the account information flashing on the screen. You can buy my book, Conversation, price at 100 TT, 45 EC, or 15 United States dollars. All you need to do is give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So at this point in time, we offer you a motivational word. And the motivational word for you today, it is much better to keep positive than to drown yourself in negativity. It is more beneficial to remain positive rather than to drown yourself in negativity. So keep a positive vibe, surround yourself with positive people, think positive thoughts, and give yourself that fillip to face life challenges with a positive mindset. So the topic for today is a very important one, and I have done a number of presentations along the lines of leadership, and I have always maintained that leadership, in my estimation, is the most important discipline in life. And when we think of leadership, there are many different angles and approaches we can look at leadership. But I also promote the concept that every one of us is a leader, and we must see ourselves in that context. However, to those who occupy leadership positions, to those who are naturally leaders, but more so in the context, I will say, in organizations, the topic today is called leadership versus inspired leadership. And when we think of called leadership, it can span the realm of religion, it can span the realm of politics, it can span the realm of any area you could possibly think of. And particularly in the area of religion and politics, sometimes, you view and you observe certain, behaviors among leaders across the globe, and it is clear to see that they qualify in terms of being referred to as cult leadership rather than inspired leadership. Because inspired leadership would be a leadership where people are galvanized to act in their best interest, where people will feel confident to act, where the leaders will give the persons under their charge the opportunity to voice their opinion, the opportunity to fail without condemnation, the opportunity where they are transparent and they can win their confidence, and the opportunity where, they will not be ridiculed or, shut down in terms of the kinds of contribution that they would like to make. But when we consider, cult leadership, I will say, cult leadership is a kind of leadership where the leader is revered in a way that is very disturbing. What do I mean by that? When the leader is right, yes, the leader is right. But even when the leader is wrong, the leader is still right. And I'm saying that level of reverence, that level of deference to a leader is frightening. And anyone who is under such leadership, I am saying those leaders will stunt and dent an organization beyond repair. Such leadership is very detrimental to a democracy. In other words, if a person is restricted in voicing their concerns about how an organization is running, out of the fear that they will lose favor with the leader, out of the fear that the leader will punish them in some way, or even when in their heart they know that what the leader is proposing, what the leader is postulating, it doesn't make sense. It will not help an organization. But because of that blind loyalty and reverence, which I consider to be a cult leadership, they will continue to give their support. So when we look across the globe in terms of political leadership, I am throwing the question out to you today in this presentation, and I would like you to comment in the comment section after hearing this video. So whether it's a political party, whether it's a religious organization, if you have the confidence to identify them, or if you don't want to identify them, you can give your perspective on whether the organizations to which you belong really fall under the realm of cult leadership or inspired leadership. I'd be very, very interested to hear the comments of viewers and listeners, because to me, encouraging cult leadership, supporting cult leadership is something that should definitely not be encouraged at all, at all, at all. At the end of the day, we need leadership that will build the dignity of their members. We need leadership that will build the productive capacity of their members. We need leadership where everyone will feel free and will be enabled to contribute. Because at the end of the day, inspired leadership is far more preferable than cult leadership. Cult leadership will not serve the interests of development. And I am strongly, strongly proposing let us do all in our power to break down the walls of cult leadership. Because at the end of the day, whilst those humans who might be happy to have that level of control over other humans, at the end of the day, it's a very temporary experience, but during the time over which they reign with their leadership, they can cause a lot of harm and destruction to a society or to an organization. An organization will only be developed to its best when there are many divergent views. At the end of the day, no leader can be helped with people who are only bowing their head and bowing yes sir or yes ma'am. That kind of blind support is very, very destructive. It's very unproductive. And I'm strongly, strongly voicing my, disagreement and condemnation of that kind of leadership. Let us do all in our power. Let us see ourselves as leaders and rise to the occasion and put a dent in this whole idea of cult leadership. So my message is very simple to you today. Let us choose inspired leadership over cult leadership. Let us choose leaders who are willing to serve, who are willing to sacrifice, and who are willing to work with the masses, who are willing to work with their members to produce a better outcome. So I thank you for listening. I thank you for viewing. And of course, I remind you to support our work by partaking in our ongoing courses, by buying any of the advertised books, by calling and booking or emailing a counseling or coaching appointment, by contributing via the YPay and Patreon links, by contributing via the account information flashing on the screen, and in any other way that you feel that you can, help us to grow. And some of the simplest ways in which you can do it is by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, sharing the video, and commenting on the video. So I thank you once again for listening, and stay tuned for another powerful presentation next week. Peace God. Bye.